Yeah, you know, Nick, sometimes he loses his memory for some minutes and then he walks away. And you just look and then he's nowhere anymore, no? And that may have happened that time too. And I thank for everybody who will be helping us to find him very soon.
My biggest story to date must be the missing case of tourist Nick Wiesmann. It was an elderly man who moved here from Switzerland, if I remember correctly, and he got missing in the Lowveld National Botanical Gardens. So for 7 days, the whole community rallied and they had one objective, and that was finding Mr. Wiesmann. It was a 7-day story. We updated it at least 3 times a day online. And to this day, that story is a testimony about how Nelspruiters stand together for good.
Our newspaper deals with rural communities. They are poor, they are underprivileged, they need a lot of things, so we're changing lives.
Local journalism is very important because our communities are anchored by loyalty. And if you have a community paper, then your readers feel that themselves, their loyalty and their immediate community is entrenched in a way, and they feel safe. It makes them feel informed.
Local journalism is important because I think on a national platform things get either oversimplified or even exaggerated sometimes. When people draw in and focus in on certain issues from a local perspective, I think they really get the essence of who the people are and how to speak about those people, because I think every place is different.
The community and the newspaper, they're the one that actually partner up and then address issues and solve issues and champion causes and get the change done that's needed in the various communities.
It's the communication platform for those of us who maybe don't live in metropolitan cities. The people in our community, they feel important when they see themselves in the paper, and also it gives our people a mouthpiece. Just because you live on the platteland doesn't mean that your voice doesn't count.
You cannot run a Barberton or Middelburg environment out of Joburg. So everybody has to be from the community, in the community. They're all born and bred there. They live there. Their families are there.
They're known by the communities, and someone saying, I live here. People aren't making this up. This is actually happening here. And that shows in the writing, it shows in the passion that they have. I mean, these guys work like 7 days a week. They literally 24 hours a day available to the community, taking calls, WhatsApping online. It's just phenomenal.
Thanks to social media platforms, I'm very connected, and I think that has become an integral part of journalism. You know the high-profile people, so to speak, in your community, but as time goes by, you get to know the average Joes, and I think if you have a really good connection with all of them, then that helps.
This is Philippa Francis. I'm for Lowveld, the newspaper. I'm currently at the bottom of the road.
The digital environment has provided us with so much more. That immediacy, where we can run out, where we can do a video when we get to a scene, where we can tell our readers on Facebook what's happening. And obviously, from a reader point of view, that's what our readers want. They want to know immediately. We need to be the trusted source. I always say the Caxton local newspaper newsrooms shouldn't be first, we should be right. So when we produce our content and we publish it, we should make sure that our readers don't go back and say, oh, that's fake news.
When you're on Facebook and that, you never know whether it's true or not. What Caxton puts in there is true. I don't think Caxton will ever die. The internet media is here to stay, but I think Caxton's also here to stay. You must have cell phones, you must have internet, but so much you also have Caxton newspaper, print media.
What we want to be is a local media company, and that will be on a multi-platform. That's what we are, a multi-platform media company for local communities.